Hi everybody, I'm Neil Wells and I'm going to do a how-to speech on how to take the rest of the course that we're all in together. So this was a good idea by Angelie in the first class, in the 8 o'clock class, to present this orally, so I want to thank her for that. And here we go. So this is what we're doing. So the class begins again officially starting on Monday. But in a sense, we've already begun what I'm now calling cycle 3, the how-to speech cycle. So what people are to do is put up their how-to videos, 7 to 9 minutes, in the discussions section of Canvas. And you create, the way to do this is you put your name in the title, and you call it how-to speech. I guess that's the best thing to do is say how-to speech for the 7 to 9 minute speech, and we'll figure out what it's about when we hear you speaking. And also at the same time, people can put up as many mini speeches as they want. So that's what I mean by activity and engagement and feedback that you're also getting credit for, because that's how I see how much people are participating. So getting back to this, so from now, basically, and people have already started to do this, from now until April 8th, not March 8th, that was a mistake in the first letters that I sent. So from now until April 8th, people have the opportunity to participate in cycle 3, putting up their how-to videos. And again, you can put them up if you can get the videos up directly, that's fine. To me, the simplest way to do this, to get the videos up, is to record them however you are, and then upload them to YouTube, and then just put the link into the discussion. To me, that seems to be the best thing to do. So you have, again, until April 8th. Again, the sooner the better, because this gives everybody more time to make the comments. So, and then again, people can put up as many mini speeches as they want. I mean, presumably we're all home and have time on our hands, and our minds are going in all different ways. So why not share with your classmates as much as possible? So all these discussions are going to pile up in the discussion section, and then you, as the audience, should be watching them, and in the replies, commenting as substantively as possible on all the speeches, especially the how-to speeches. And keep in mind, you want to say positive, supportive things and reflective things, and importantly, things to help the person get better at at the presentation that he or she is doing. No numbers at this time. This is just the feedback. It's simultaneously what we do when we talk about a speech afterward in class and what we put on the feedback forms. I mean, it's all coming to us in a written format, and people can come back and you can put up the feedback on one day, and then you might have more to say a couple days later. So you can comment on the same speech multiple times. So again, no numbers, and then as of April 8th, it'll close for this set, and then we have until April 13th to finish putting up all our feedback. And then with the emails that I put out, I created these one-page forms. It's just for each of the classes that have just everybody's name on it, and it has the modified criteria, because now it doesn't make so much sense to be rating in-class behavior, because there is no in-class, the idea of people being late or talking on their cell phone. I mean, I see everything that people do in terms of the feedback or the lack of feedback that people are putting up. So I don't need other people rating other people's class behavior. So I've taken that criteria out. So it's a four criteria thing, and it's the preparation and choices that you make, the seeming quality they outline is the first criteria, the deliberate execution, and the effectiveness of the time that people are using, because presumably you will keep recording your speech until it's a 7 to 9 minute speech. It wouldn't make sense to do a how-to speech that's 3 minutes when you're recording it in advance and then say, oh, what the hell, and putting it up. So I'm assuming that all the speeches are going to be in the time frame pretty much, because why wouldn't they be? So it's the effectiveness of the time that you're using. The next criteria is the affective execution, which is a different kind of eye contact, because you're not looking around a room, you're looking at the camera or looking at the thing that you're doing at the time and such. So again, it's a little different. And the fourth criteria is your overall effectiveness. So when everything is done, I want you to take the forms and do the little equation of, like I put it as an example in the form for me, 23 plus 22 plus 24 plus 22 equals whatever that equals 91. So all you would want to do, so here I may show you, so this is just everybody's name is on here, and again, and along the names you would just have that equation of numbers and equaling what you would give the speech, and this you would just send to me around for the first cycle around April 13th, and this you would just send to me in an email, and then I would have that, and then also I'm asking people at the bottom, excuse me, to write a paragraph or so about what you think about this experience that we're going through. We didn't want it to be this way, but it is. So there are different things to learn by doing it this way. So I'm asking people at the end to write I'm just repeating myself now, but what you got out of this experience and what you noticed and how this made you think about public speaking or speaking through video and so forth. So then around April 14th or so, around this time, I'm going to post how to do the demonstration. How to do the persuasion speech. So I'll talk about that again. I know that I talked about it a little bit the last week of class, or we did go through it, but I will put that up to remind pointers about how to do the persuasion. And then in another video, I will put up my own persuasion speech, so we'll have both of those. And then beginning about April 13th or so, when the ones come, when I close all the speeches of cycle 3, then cycle 4 begins, and people can start to put up the persuasion speeches and more mini speeches. And we're in the next cycle, and that cycle will last until April 27th. So again, all the speeches go up, and we'll have about, depending on the size of the class, 25, 22 persuasion speeches, and as many mini speeches as people put up. And again, as they go up, people should watch them and comment and give substantive feedback on what people are doing. And then that cycle will close April 27th, meaning that that's when the speeches should stop being put up. And then from the 27th to the 30th, you have a few more days to continue watching things and adding comments. And again, you'll get another form from me, the same thing, but just another version of it, another addition to this to put up the numbers to me for the persuasion speech. And basically, that's the class. After I get those forms, and of course I will watch everything that everybody does, and I'm taking notes, and I'm reading everybody's comments. So then after cycle 3, around April 15th or so, I will email each person his or her individual grades from me for that cycle. And the grades will include my numbers for your speech, the grade for the outline, and a grade for your feedback / activity, which includes the mini speeches that people are putting up. So again, you'll get that from me around April 15th or so, 16th, for cycle 3, and then you'll get the final grade altogether after April 30th. I think final grades go in May 6th or May 8th, something like that. So from April 30th to into that next week, then I got to process everything together, and and then when that's done, I will send those grades to you, and in some cases I'll send you a note, and that would be that. And then if people have questions or whatnot, we could have phone communication individually to discuss things if that's necessary. So I hope that this explanation makes things clear for what people are doing. Again, what I really hope is that people get as engaged in doing this as much as possible, again, because why not? You're home. This is an opportunity to interact with people. I have found that it's been wonderful to just see the faces of the people who put up their speeches so far and to hear what people are experiencing. So I hope that in addition to doing this because it's a class, that people find it a worthwhile way to venture out into the world, so to speak, and to interact with each other. So I'm going to put this up as an announcement with the ability to reply. So if people have questions after hearing me do this, then people should ask the questions in the reply, and I'll reply back, and that way everybody can see the answers. Okay, thank you very much.